I'm here with Pickles, who plays. Who do you play, Pickles?
I play Luigi.
He plays
Piece
Luigi.
of shit.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, everyone's gonna hate me.
We got Diamond, the Mii Brawler. Best
Yeah,
Mii Brawler in Ottawa. And
second
Best me brawler in Ottawa.
Second best.
second best.
Please, guys, please.
And I'm the best ZSS in Ottawa.
Okay, we got a bit of a mountain to climb there,
That-
but
Best.
No,
He's going to be the best CSS in Ottawa.
I am
He's,
going to be the best.
he's
I
a
will be.
professional. He's a professional.
I
O
am?
tour.
Professional O2er. That's on
I'm
my
a
resume now.
professional 3-2er.
Yeah,
And-
probably about the same as well.
But
Three
yeah.
or
Top
four
100
2.
Luigi. Top 100. Top 100
What,
Luigi.
yeah, put that in this Discord bio
second
right
best
now.
Luigi in Canada. Like
This
I'm
guy's too
actually
good.
a pro. I'm
The
too
one
good.
That's too good.
I'm
The
too
one-
good.
The one Luigi in Canada. Is there any
Yeah.
other Luigi players in Canada?
There's
There's
Landon.
another one in Ontario, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, Landon. Yeah. I'm ranked higher than him, but he doesn't go. He's not active anymore. He doesn't go. So
Oh damn.
yeah.
Luigi Tax.
Luigi Tax. Yeah.
Luigi Tax.
Dude, it's so taxing to play that character. I tried to when I was first learning the game, and just doing grab combos consistently made me just.
Well,
drop
it's
the
not
character.
that. It's just playing neutral with. Anyway, this is not the Luigi podcast. This is the Final Destination podcast.
Yes,
Nobody fucking
and-
cares about that character. You know what I mean?
One person who went
Um,
to Final Destination was SPARG0 yesterday, beating Mia. How do you
Yeah,
guys feel
exactly.
that SPARG0 won?
Again.
Again.
Let me pull up their set record, because so in the past 4 times they fought, they're 2-2 now.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah,
Yeah.
SPARG0 typically does very well against Mia because of the matchup, and like SPARG0's like probably better. But
Mhm.
even if you think Mia's better, it's undeniable that the matchup is definitely in SPARG0's favor, because Game & Watch is kind of stubby, which is literally his only weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stubby little arms can't do anything. I mean, he has his bombs, but they only do so much.
SPARG0's trying to get the #1 spot this season. He's probably already has it in the bag.
Yeah.
So he's 5-2 against Mia now,
5-2.
which isn't as many games as I thought they would have played, but it
That's
definitely adds
crazy.
up.
I mean, to be fair, Mia's in Japan, right? So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he does travel a lot. I don't know. Does SPARG0 doesn't really travel that much. He doesn't go to Japan. I haven't seen him
He
really.
lives in Mexico, so he travels
Right.
around the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
but yeah,
he's-
I
yeah.
think after Don't Park on the Grass 2024, he's like pretty much. There might be one more major this year, I think. But I don't really think there's anything realistically that could happen to stop him from being #1 this season.
No,
So
Yeah.
this was like, because Mia was going to this tournament, it's very fortunate for him, because this is just like he outplaced Mia obviously at Supernova because he won, which was a P tier, and this is another tournament that he's done well at that Mia has done worse at. And he beat Mia twice in the same bracket as well. So I think with Mia being the only other competition, Akola, he didn't enter as many tournaments this season. So it's pretty much set in stone at this point.
SPARG0.
Yeah, I believe so as well. Do you think Mia's gonna be second on the PR?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Mia's been up and coming for a while. I mean, like the past year, he's really kind of solidified a spot for himself in the top 5. And now he's just kind of going off, bro. Gluttony. I remember he's last PR. I think he fell off so much. Like he went down like 20 spots on the list. I mean, I don't know. Does he still play? Like, I feel like I haven't really seen him.
He does. Yeah.
He plays. He was in not the throne, but the one before the throne. He played because MKLeo tweeted out at him because he got cheesed by Steve, and he was like, "Gluto, no." It was definitely sad because I feel like Gluto just kind of hasn't been keeping up with the meta. Not to say he isn't good,
probably.
but the meta.
I feel like Wario is not very good for this meta, honestly. A lot of sword characters, a lot of disjointed characters, a lot more campy characters. And
But
Wario is
he
campy.
also like loses very hard to like all of the best characters in the game.
Yeah, like Sonic. He even loses to Sonic, which is crazy because like
Sonic
Mario
is like
wants to wait.
terrible. Sonic is
Yeah.
terrible for
Like
Wario.
Pluto
And so is
refuses
Steve.
to
I mean,
play.
Steve's like bad, but yeah, Sonic is like very, very bad. Luckily,
Yeah.
Gluttony is in Europe, but
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
just in terms of Wario as a character, he's kind of like ZSS, where he's just like abuses his insane mobility. Like
Yeah.
that's like Wario's
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah. But he
Yeah.
doesn't have the disjoints of CSS. So that kind of, but
Well,
he does
yeah, he
has
doesn't have the
combos.
range.
He has the combos though. Oh my god. Waft combo is
Yeah, Wario
absurd.
combos are kind of crazy. Because he has his neutral tools. They're actually not great. Like
No.
like he's very stubby, right? Like his forward air is really small, his back air is really small. His upper is pretty big, but it's pretty like you're not using that in neutral really, right? Like
No.
you might do it to catch someone's like use it as an anti-air, but you're not using that really.
His
But
smashes are all very bad, actually.
yeah,
his-
they are. Like his dash attack's like probably like one of his best kill up, like forward tilt dash attack, like back air. I guess he doesn't really struggle to well. Yeah, he's a weird character. I have not seen. I don't even know if I've fought a Wario in so long. Like I don't know. They just don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think I've ever fought a Wario in bracket.
Wario's gotten nerfed so hard. Like he's probably like one of the most nerfed characters in Ultimate. Like
Yeah.
because he was so good. He still is really good, but he used to be so good. Like holy crap.
Well, it's just I feel like it's also just one of those things where it's like people don't want to play Wario because
Yeah.
of like his play style. It's like it's kind of this weird mix between like campy and like super strong like combo game. I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of the campier players are going to gravitate towards other characters that can just camp better than Wario. And then
Yeah.
a lot of the players who really like going in and doing these like, you know, touch of death combos are going to gravitate towards even better touch of death characters, you know, think Me Brawler, Mario, Kazuya, etc.
Yeah.
So I just I don't see he doesn't really attract one very big player base. I feel like.
Yeah.
He's also extremely hard to play at a top level
he's hard.
because
Yeah.
you have to
Pick
be
your
playing the clock,
openings,
and you also
and-
have to be extremely elusive, hard to catch, which Wario does make easier. But it's
Yeah.
just like any character that has to be constantly outplaying their opponent is just going to be a hard bracket character to play.
Yeah, like the DLC definitely didn't do Wario well because like I think most DLC characters he kind of suffers against. I think he probably gets destroyed by Kazuya as well. Like Wario, like he's so like as someone who's played a little bit of Kazuya, Wario is not hard to combo at all. Like he's like a ball. Like he's very easy to nair loop and but anyway, yeah, Wario in this meta is not great.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see him though, because I do like watching Gluto, and I've seen him as well. Gluto refuses to play against like Sonics or like Wrath in the coin box. Like he'll throw, like he'll purposely kill himself. He
Yeah.
doesn't care because he does not even bother. So I do want to see him again though, because I do like Gluto as a player. But yeah,
I mean,
Well,
it's
anyway.
see him again.
how the meta goes.
Yeah. Speaking of European players, we're going to talk about Drivey.
Yes, my guy, the goat, the Pichu himself. Oh my god, I love him so much. Like, obviously, in a way that's, you know, platonic, but
Platonic.
the Pichu of the century almost beating SPARG0, 2-3 to
SPARG0, yeah.
SPARG0, beating Zachary and Mars is like an accomplishment in itself with only Pichu. Like,
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
Pichu
my
has
opinion,
always done bad at invitationals, like pretty much since he got nerfed. He's just like he goes O2. He's an O2 character. So this has been kind of crazy for Pichu players. The Pichu stocks have finally budged from their still line at the bottom.
yep.
So,
There's a little
Famously
bit of
one of the
there's a
most nerfed
spark of hope.
characters. But he here's my take on Pichu. Have you seen the combos that Pichu can do? Like insane like 30 hit strings like that just drag you down, like you know what I mean? Like he is so cool. A crazy character. But he's just like such a glass cannon. You get hit, you're gonna
Yeah.
die, right? Like he's very small, which does help him. I do not like fighting Pichu at all. Probably one of my least, like probably one of my most hated characters to fight,
No,
just
no.
because of how small he is. He does damage to himself. I can't sear to death him because he just hurts himself. A lot of other things. But he's very, very cool character, and I've been kind of like a Pichu believer, but obviously we've had no results, right? So it's like, um, yeah, like I think he's solid, but he's just
I don't.
very, very stubby.
I do. It is. You know, it's impressive what Drivey did. I don't want to downplay him a bit here, but I do want to look at the facts. And I don't know if you guys watched the Luminosity Invitational, but if you did, you'll know that SPARG0, who ended up getting second at the tournament, started in the losers because he played terribly on day one in pools or in the round robin Swiss bracket, whatever it's called. And he played terribly, and so he had to fight Sonic's round one. He beat him,
Oh my
made a
God, I
whole
remember
losers
that.
run all the way.
Yeah.
He beat Cola in the first set of grand finals and lost the reset.
Yeah.
And so SPARG0 doesn't really always try
No, that makes
on the
sense.
first day of tournaments. And I do want to note that SPARG0 did fight Drivey it was not in the main phase of the tournament. It was not in final bracket. And so he might not have been totally locked in. And also Mars, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Mars
This
is
matchup
good, but
is absolutely atrocious for ZSS. Like,
yeah,
if we're
you
being
can't
honest,
hit Pichu.
like,
Yeah.
I watched both sets. I haven't watched the Zachary set, but I did watch both sets with the one with SPARG0 and the one with Mars. And yeah, it's like Mars. I mean, I think Mars's set record against ESM is like amazing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like Pichu is just that much smaller, and he's also a fast faller, which makes him so much harder for ZSS to deal with. You wouldn't even believe how much harder it makes him to hit.
Yeah.
And so I think that probably contributed a lot. But just, I mean, I'm not totally surprised, I guess is what I'm going to say. I'm not totally surprised Drivey did as well as he did because he is a very good player. He's like easily top 5 in his country, I think.
Yeah,
In Germany, right? He's like top 5 or something. So I'm not really surprised that he was able. I'm definitely like, I think it was, that took a lot of like, beating a player like Mars like definitely takes a lot of skill. And so I'm not trying to downplay him at all, but I am not totally surprised that Mars lost, I guess.
that makes sense. Mars had a rough bracket run too. His pools consisted of both Pichu, SPARG0, and Zachary. Only one of those matchups slightly winning for ZSS. And then he also ran into Min Min right away, first game of the bracket, and I think that's kind of just what tipped it over. I don't know. I feel like out of all the top players, Mars has one of the best like autopilots, and I feel like a lot of those characters like Pichu, Min Min, and especially like Cloud can kind of break that autopilot thing with their disjoints. Like,
Speaking of autopilot, or speaking of top players, Mars is not even on the PR.
I know, I'm so sad, man. He's gonna make the comeback. Drop content, give me VOD so I can know how to play the character. I'm tired of.
He's good, bro. Like he's like really good, but his fundies are good. Probably some of the best fundies I've seen. Maybe because he's a content creator and I watch him. But yeah, I think that like he's good. I mean, like he's good. He's picked up rivals as well. And he's doing well in rivals, which is fun to watch. He plays Rano.
Grand finals against Void at the Throne, which was
yeah.
That was absurd.
Yeah. So yeah, he's like his fundies are so good. I just think that like the top level, I don't even know. Like you can't even comprehend how good they are because like every little interaction that you're seeing, you can't understand what's happening. Right? It's all mind games on mind games.
So
on mind
crazy
games.
to think about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the craziest thing is that like even like players like us, like you can see there's always more optimizations to be made. Like even I can see, right? Like the top level. I don't know if this is a great little example, but Louis Money, versus
Yeah.
Mia,
Oh.
there is a lot of optimizations that both players could have been making in that set, and these are
Yeah.
especially Mia, one of the best players in the world,
Bro,
and
I was
we saw him fumble, right? And so even these like amazing players, like it's just this game is like there's so many little interactions that
yeah.
just need like the brain power. You got to put it here. Oh, am I doing my combos? Which way did he DI last time I nared him? What was his favorite ledge option? Oh, he did this last time. I'm
Yeah.
gonna jump, air dodge, reversal. Like, and there's all these things you have to think about, and it's just so crazy to think about. Like, these players that are on the top still have so much room to
Yeah.
grow.
Like the whole time, like when Mia was playing, like playing Louis Money, it was kind of fun to watch because he would sit there and chef, right? Obviously, Game & Watch is not very good at edge. Well, he's really good at edge guarding, but he doesn't need to. Like
No,
he could just sit there and chef for ledge trapping, right? Edge guarding, obviously, like you can you're not edge guarding Palutena. You can, but like it's not super easy.
Well, it's like if she's not within ledge snap range, then she's really
then
easy to edge guard.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so he was chefing, right, the whole time, like chefing at ledge, whatever. And then at the end, he ran off and then ledge trumped him and then backered, right? That's how the shit set ended.
Yeah.
And it was
No, that's not how the set ended. The set ended with a down tilt at a shield.
Oh yeah, you're right. But he ended
But
up
that was
doing
one of the
that to him.
stocks. Yeah,
one of the stocks. He was conditioning him and then he pulled it out at the perfect time because usually he would just chef there and then Louis Money waited there. He was waiting every
for
time.
the 5 sausages.
And then he would jump, right?
Yeah.
But then he read the weight and he ran off and then backered him and then take the stock. It's just like those things. There's always these mind games. Also, I don't know what the heck Mia was doing at all. He was like,
look, this is
those
the North
downers,
America
I don't
diva.
understand.
Yeah. The NA
He
diva.
came to North America
my
and
gosh.
he turned into Meister or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was literally. He did the same option. He did jump air dodge into the down smash after he saw it there. Like, I don't know, bro. I was watching that. I was like, there's no way Louis Money's getting away with this. And he did that previously in other tournaments too. He would charge forward smash and then Mia would just neutral get up into it. I mean, I do it too. I'm very bad at that. But I'm not fucking Mia, right? Like he's like probably the second best player in the world right now, right?
Yeah.
But it's all just like, I don't know. There's probably more stuff at play that I don't understand. Because obviously it looks pretty dumb, but it's like maybe he thought he would let go early, so he's trying to air dodge to get the frame advantage so he can like kill him or something. I don't know what's happening, right?
Yeah.
But we have some understanding. So you know what I mean? But yeah, that was pretty honestly, SPARG0 kind of took that tournament dominantly yesterday. Like that was it was don't park on the grass or something, 2024. He was he was playing really well. I mean, I watched a little bit of it at the end. Like I think that they went to game 5 for the bracket reset. I mean, like probably SPARG0 was just giving me a little bit of wiggle room.
I think game 5 was the first set.
The first set was game 5, and then it was game 4, I think, for the
Because SPARG0 went
it was game 4.
2-3 and then 3-1. But
Yeah.
that game, I don't know, that game, grand finals game without the reset, I felt SPARG0 was playing so weird. I guess it is because of that, he was a little cold from not playing for a bit. But like it was interesting to see kind of like how the heat shifted from his match beforehand to the Mia match now. Like he was reading Mia like a book, the game they played in winners before then. But after that, like I don't know if he got cold or something like that. Or he needed to turn on that like SPARG0 microwave, phase microwave kind of thing. Start warming up. Yeah, he was just missing. I feel like he was just missing a lot of the moves that were Mia kind of adapted, which I don't know. Either way, SPARG0, the next game took it so dominantly. So many of the games were almost like
it was like the formula. Like SPARG0 would take 2 stocks without losing one, and then he'd lose a stock, and then he'd lose his next stock, and then he'd kill Mia. That would be like. They played like so many games that tournament, and at least like half of them went that exact same formula, which was hilarious.
It's the
Yeah.
SPARG0 formula. That's the we're trademark. We're putting that.
Did you
on it.
guys? This is kind of like a random like spot to bring up, but did you guys see the part where Spargo did forward air finishing touch on Shuton?
Yes.
Or not finishing
did not
touch,
see
sorry,
that.
cross slash. Limit
Cross
cross slash.
Yes,
Did
I
you
did
see
not
that,
see that.
Eric?
No.
I did see that. Shuton.
That was insane, bro. That was like such like a beautiful player moment because Shuton, he had so much like he was shaking his head with a wide-eyed or a smile on his face, right? He had no other choice. He's just respecting. He's like, wow, that was such a crazy play to go for, right? And it's just like seeing that sportsmanship between them was like a very beautiful moment. Obviously, I'm a bit biased because it was a great Spargo W,
It's a great
but
SPARG0 W.
yeah, that was like, it's just like, Shuton's such a cool guy.
Dude,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of top players are honestly like really chill, and I kind of want to meet them. I feel like if I had the pleasure to meet somebody like Shuton or like Cola or hell even SPARG0, I feel like since they're not like sports celebrities, it's a little more niche like Smash Bros. Like you can't go on the street and find as many people who know SPARG0 as Tom Brady. I feel like they appreciate that attention a little more too, because I've heard stories about people meeting up with like top players like Cola and stuff like that, and they're always appreciative of taking like photos and things like that. So I don't know. I feel like top players just have that certain amount of respect both in the game and outside of the game, and it's very admirable.
Yeah. I mean, you love to see it. Like I think that it's very important that you don't just like you have to you're gonna have a bad mental if you just get pissed off at everything, right? Like, oh man, I lost, like, you know what I mean? Like, or like if like at least when I'll be playing a set, like I see if someone like hits me with something cool or like whatever, I wish, like, I'm like, like that's like that's sick, right? Like you
Yeah.
gotta have that level of respect, right? Like, I don't know.
Shuton was hit with a bunch of those too. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Louis hit a B reverse explosion into Shuton trying like to fall down because Shuton was getting juggled with up airs, and then Louis
Yeah.
just jumped B reverse explosion and just sniped him from the corner of the stage. And I was like,
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
Shuton, man. Because I don't know, I feel like Shuton kind of just was like the punching bag, but he played really well. Oh my god, game 5
Yeah.
with a lot of really good players and a lot of good wins. I feel like
Mhm.
he had the hardest bracket run because he ran into both. He ran into both first and second place. That's literally who he lost to. He didn't lose to
Mhm.
anybody else except for first and second, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, the misfortune, but this is the
well,
thing with
first and
brackets.
third.
You can never predict how they're gonna go.
Wait,
So
this is crazy. The last PR is Spargo's 9th on the last PR.
yeah,
Yeah.
that
Oh
was
my
that's
gosh.
before he won 2 P tiers in a row.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway,
And
Oh my
speaking of
gosh.
PRs, we talked about Spargo winning Don't Park on the Grass back to back to the throne. Saw a lot of
Mm.
top players there. Now,
Yeah.
kind of talk about who your favorite top player is.
Okay, I have a controversial take. My favorite top
Okay.
player has to be Cosmos.
Sonics.
Cosmos.
No. Cosmos.
Bro, I don't know. I know he plays like Steve in Ages, and he's not like.
Cosmos plays Steve.
He plays Steve.
I thought he played Steve.
No.
Nah, he plays.
Uh,
Cosmos plays Inkling. He used to play
He
Inkling.
plays
Oh.
Cosmos plays Ages. He has an Inkling, and I think does he have? No, I don't think he has another character, right?
Okay, never mind. I don't know. There was this. It was. I think it was a year ago where it was him versus SPARG0, and he took his first win from SPARG0. Like.
I think it was a bit less than a year ago. Wasn't that at Smash Factor?
Oh, it was. Yes, it was at Smash Factor. Yeah, he took his first set win from SPARG0, and I don't know, it was very inspirational. And I feel like I've kind of just been following his progression. He hasn't been playing lately, but I don't know, I've followed him on Twitter, and he's been like labbing stuff, and he's been going to some more like minor tournaments and has been winning. So I'm really, I don't know, I want to see some new names shake up the meta. Cosmos is definitely like really good. He's a top player, and I want to see him at the top.
That's fair. Didn't did Cosmos. I feel like he got like a decent placement recently. I can't remember.
I think he was 23rd.
I mean, like, bro, like I like Cosmos, but I also don't like Aegis, so I'm kind of like
I mean,
biased.
you
I
play
don't want to
Luigi.
watch. I don't want to watch Aegis. It's not fun to watch. It's just the same, like. And I'm not trying to be hateful, but I just like. I'm sure like he's like a nice guy, but I do not like watching Aegis, right? But that's fair. Like I like. I mean, like my favorite top player. I don't. I mean, obviously it's gonna be Rarikun because he plays Luigi,
Yeah.
and I love watching his sets. He's so entertaining to watch. Um, I see the little optimizations he does. He's very very crazy how well he's doing. In this meta, he got 11th or something on the PRs. That's ridiculous that he was able to do that, and he came out of nowhere. Like he's always been good, but recently he's just been popping off. Like yeah, but he's getting gate kept by a lot of the better players and the better characters.
Yeah.
It makes sense, right? Like he's not playing Sonic, he's not playing Steve, he's not playing Aegis. He's playing a character that is very polarizing, and doesn't do well against the meta. I will say this: very bad against the meta characters. Like a lot of the meta is campy, zoners, or just straight up rush you down and kill you, which Luigi does well against those characters. But like a lot of it is just like projectile zoning. And he's still able to bring Mia to game 5. I think he even beat Mia before.
Yeah.
He's beaten Doramigi, who's the best min player.
Yeah.
Or no, yeah, Doramigi, right? Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yeah, the best min player. Crazy how he did that. Yeah, like great, my favorite player to watch by far. So
What about you?
Yeah, that makes
Dominic?
sense. I actually Rara is definitely like on my top 5 as well.
yeah,
He's yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'd never heard of Raru until like a week ago. I
yeah. He's been recently doing really well, like getting some good placements.
I feel
So
so bad because I kind of like a lot of these top players that I've been seeing now, like have been really good for a while. Like Raru has been, like, I don't know. I've seen him before, kind of, like in videos, but
yeah,
I've never like heard his name. And now seeing what he can do with Luigi, it's kind of,
mhm.
I don't know. I kind of feel like damn, I should have seen this earlier. How to he grabbed once and he's just dead, and he's really good at neutrals, errors, everything. It's like he's like the perfect Luigi, and
The
it's
perfect Luigi.
the perfect Luigi with. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of just this meta's rough for Luigi, especially with
It's
Sonic.
Yeah.
it's like the characters just like to I'll just quickly touch on this before I say my favorite top player. The characters that just can't be caught if they choose not to are I feel like the only characters Luigi can't beat. Like so like I was just after
Yeah.
watching the tournament, like like Sephiroth is like, edge guarding, neutral, projectiles, he's got the whole package.
Yeah.
But like also in a way, it's like it's like at least I feel like Sephiroth you can catch when he doesn't have wing. When he has wing, he's uncatchable. But when he doesn't have wing, at least it feels like you can catch him occasionally. When I watched Sonic, I was like, holy shit! Like this character is actually so elusive. How are you
Yeah.
supposed to
You
get
can.
a hold of him, right? And like Raru's he's just reading Ken's options preemptively and it's guessing, essentially guesswork. And
Because that's what you have to do. Like you
he
can't.
trades with Ken and he goes flying off stage or whatever. Like, and
Yeah.
every time that he double jumped in the springs, he dies, right? So just very
Yeah.
unfortunate. But yeah, Raru is definitely one of my favorite top players to watch. He always makes for interesting sets.
But is he the
Um,
best?
but my
No.
favorite is probably SPARG0. I wanted to say MK Leo because I love Leo, and he's definitely the character or the player who is my favorite for the longest time. I
Yeah.
love watching Leo still, but just like SPARG0 is just like for me, he's my favorite because I don't know. I mean, first of all, obviously he's an amazing player, and I'm kind of like a weird person. I like cheering for the people like on top. Like I'm not like a super big underdog like cheerer. But like I find his gameplay is so clean and he's so young as well, right? Like
Yeah.
if it was the seats were reversed and Leo was like, 19, I'd probably be cheering for Leo.
Mhm.
But it's just like SPARG0's. He's so young, and he's been number one for a while, but he's never been number one.
Yeah.
You know, and just like watching him, just like he's gone through a lot with like trying to fix his mentality, and just seeing him grow to like what he is today.
Yeah.
It's just been like great, and like obviously cheering for someone who actually wins is like pretty nice too. So.
Yeah. I remember
But
like
yeah,
he's our
MK
age.
Leo is
Like
probably my second favorite. I
Mm.
love watching Leo. Leo is so much fun to watch. He's a great guy. And
yeah.
when he fights SPARG0, I'm always super conflicted. Who I should cheer for. But SPARG0 also he beats the cringe. He's anti-cringe. Okay, beats the Sonic.
Yeah.
He
Beats
beats the
the
cringe.
Steve
he
beats the
beats
Steve.
beats the Steve players. Unfortunately, Leo usually loses to Steve players, which breaks my heart. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for sure.
who, in your opinion, is the best? I know we talked about SPARG0 being PR1. I know SPARG0's 19 and up and coming, but the
Yeah.
best. Who do you think will be the best, like, of all time? Pickles.
The GOAT? You're asking who's the GOAT is?
Yeah, who the GOAT is.
Who the GOAT is? Okay, so like I want to kind of agree with SPARG0 because I mean, bro, like I feel like I remember like 2 years ago or something, or like 2 or 3 years ago when he was making that like a name for himself. Remember, like I think he was like, was he like fighting like MK Leo and like at the time like he would like I remember MK Leo was still like considered like probably like one of the best, and then
Yeah,
like
yeah. And Kelly was like number
and
one. What he
and
was on Violet.
SPARG0. Yeah, and then SPARG0 was taking him, like he was beating him, and I remember like, um, yeah, like I mean, like this was like a while ago. Like he was like 16, 15, 16, right? Like, and he was doing really well. Um, I think that he's deserving of the spot because he has been kind of like in the second and third spot a lot. I don't know, has he ever been PR number one? I don't
No.
know. I
No,
don't think
not
so.
yet.
Yeah. Um,
He's a
he has a
cola.
really good resume this season, and I think that he makes it work
Yeah.
with the cloud ages, you know what I mean? So
Totally.
I think in my opinion he is uh, he is like the best right now, I think. And like Akola's kind of as Akola I haven't heard a lot of from him. He kind of like came up during the Steve like renaissance, and like the Steve hate and all that kind of garbage. I really feel bad for him because like obviously no player deserves that kind of like you should never harass a player, right, based off of
Agreed.
who they play. Um, but he's kind of like last PR he was number one, right? But now I
Yeah.
think he's probably like in the
Well,
top.
he's
He's
just
still
not
probably
been
in the top.
attending. He's just not been attending.
Yeah, he's just not been attending, which is
He
I
did
think he has like
he
school
did
and stuff,
attend some
right?
tournaments and lose them as well. So
Yeah.
it's not like he goes and he wins. It's not like free like
Mhm.
that. But he has
Yeah.
been attending, right?
I think he has school and stuff or something, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard. So yeah, but so honestly, like I think that maybe he can next PR maybe he could kind of start coming back to some tournaments. I don't really hate watching Steve. I'm gonna be honest. I think that he's really cringe to fight. I don't mind watching him as long as it's not like Sonic Steve, right?
But
Like
the thing is, it depends on how the Steve player is.
right, of
Like
course,
some
yeah.
people just hate watching Steve, period, because they're like, oh, get this broken
They hate
character
the
off the
best
screen.
player.
But, like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry if the match is 6 minutes long. Like, I don't care who's on the screen. Like, that's probably
Yeah.
boring to watch.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It's like, and I think Steve's a really cool character, actually. Like the stuff he can do is ridiculously cool. Like the combos and all that kind of stuff, very cool. The setups are very cool to watch as well. But optimal Steve is just not that, which
Yeah.
sucks because like I would love that to be the case.
Yeah.
But here we are. How about you, Rocky?
Okay.
Who do you think is the
Listen,
best?
I'm a contrarian by heart.
Yep.
So SPARG0 may be your two's favorite, but I'm sticking with my boy Sonic's. He's been
The
getting second
consistency
wins.
king.
The consistent second king, the heir to the throne. I don't know. I feel like he's been on such a rise because he was contender for being a top player. He was a contender for being PR. He's done like waves, shock waves in the Smash Ultimate scene. The issue,
Yeah.
the issue is that he keeps getting fucking second. He needs to stop
Yeah.
getting second.
Second and third.
Second and third, man. I feel like he just needs one more big tournament and he'll understand, and it's just first place. Cause like Diamond said earlier, Sonic's Sonic, that's a sentence, isn't like the most unentertaining thing to watch compared to like Ken or Wrath. So I enjoy watching Sonic's, and more importantly, I enjoy Sonic's, personality and just how he is as a person. So that kind of also helps. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like him and SPARG0, like next PR, are gonna have one of the biggest rivalries. It's gonna be like MK Leo and SPARG0 all over again. I don't know. How old is Sonics? I think is he like 20? I think
Probably around there.
I think he's in his mid-20s.
oh man, that's wild. SPARG0's just so young, man. It's so hard to not just be like
Yeah.
to root for SPARG0 too, because he's like my age, and it's wild that somebody my age is beating MK Leo at this.
I mean, MKLeo was fucking Spargo's age when he was beating the top player.
I guess
As
so,
well.
yeah.
Like
Am I too
MKLeo
old
picked
for
the game
this?
up at like 8 years old, some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the best player, I think is also Spargo. But I also did quickly want to say I don't think not because of anything to do with Spargo not being as good as Leo, but I don't think there will ever be a player that's gonna stay on top for as long as Leo did, because I think
Yeah.
a lot of factors played in to Leo being just winning every tournament for like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Like I just think there's too much top level competition at this point
Yeah.
for that to
'Cause-
ever happen again.
Yeah. Leo
Like
was the
maybe
best in Smash 4. right?
Smash 6, like if something crazy happens, Spargo just wins every major for 2 years straight. But like
Yeah.
definitely not an ultimate. I don't think that's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's gonna just be like winning every single major as dominantly as MKLeo did, just because MKLeo was kind of became the best player of Smash 4, and then Smash Ultimate came around. A lot of people didn't really know how to play the game. Leo was very fast to understand. You know, you get this guy can switch games like that, and he's good at them all.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna be like this dominant reign the same way Leo had, but I definitely think Spargo is gonna be on top for years to come.
Yeah. It's very interesting to see how like not only the meta of the game evolved, but also the player base. Like Leo was dominant for what 5 years straight through Smash 4 to Ultimate,
Yeah.
winning multiple Genesises back to back. And I think Mars is the only one who took a Genesis off during that reign. 3-0, by the way, which is
Genesis
wild.
8.
Genesis 8, baby. My goat taking Genesis 8. But yeah, I feel like you're right. There is so much more competition for people trying to reach that, number one title. And now that we've solidified also what the number one title is going to be, because I feel back then, like Smash Ultimate was new, it was blooming. There was still like they were still trying to figure out how to like, you know, crown the number one player as well. And since now that we have this PR system, it people from Japan playing in majors in Japan can now be number one. I feel like it was very nationalized, I think that's the right word to use, on like who we saw as top players, because a lot of these players from Japan I haven't heard of until like a year ago. And I don't know if it's the same thing with you guys. But,
No,
like,
yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean, it just depends. Like, if if you are like really into the Smash community and you really want to watch top level gameplay, right? You're gonna eventually venture into watching those Japanese tournaments. But as a North American, obviously, you're gonna be just shown North American content, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
You have to actively go out there and search, unless the Japanese players come to here. You have to actually actively go out and search for them, right?
Yeah.
The Japanese tournaments, we know a lot of very unprecedented things happen there. I think Zelda, she's gotten. I remember I see a thumbnail.
Yeah.
Zelda gets third at some place. And
K-Rool
then you
gets
have
first.
Robin over here.
K-Rool
So let's
wins
talk
against
about low
Zelda.
tiers
Toon
for a
Link.
sec here.
Yeah.
Low tiers.
You guys, I gotta pick a terrible character and explain why maybe they might not be so bad. We're gonna be going based off of the Luminosity second official tier list. D- and below, I think, is fair. Like,
Yeah.
because you look at D plus, you got DK in there and Mewtwo. Like, they're not that bad, you know.
Yeah.
But we go down and we see the real shitters of the roster.
Yes, we see.
I already know who I'm picking because like
Okay.
I have a
you wanna
very
go
high
first?
opinion. Yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
first.
you
I'll
go
go first.
first, man. If you're itching.
I have a high uh opinion of. Wait, you got to guess. Diamond, guess first. Who do you think I'm gonna say?
King Dedede?
No, no, no,
No.
no, no, no,
Okay.
no, no.
Who is it then?
I'm Bowser Jr.
Bowser Jr.
Is he
I
indeed?
think Bowser Jr. is. I don't think he's a terrible character. I think he's good. I think he's not great, but I think he can be in mid tier, like B tier. He has a really terrible projectile. Okay, I know. Like his neutral B is not great, bad, terrible, terrible, very slow. Doesn't really do anything for him, except for like shield break occasionally with like a setup. But like you have to be,
If
you know
you're
what I mean?
shielding
Like,
in the exact
yeah,
full
exactly.
stage
Yeah.
spot from his neutral
It's
B.
not. It's not. It's not good. It's still not good. But I think his aerials are disjointed. He's been kind of messed up by the way Ultimate is, like just in general, right? He has the cart thing where it's like he takes more hit stun from the top, from his head, like his body, and like his lower doesn't take as much. It's like an interesting mechanic, but usually people are going to be hitting his head anyway. It doesn't really like obviously like
Yeah.
if you're getting juggled, right? And here's the thing, you're gonna get sent lower anyway, so you're gonna get comboed again. There are a lot of bad things about this
His
character, but
stats are also like very
his
bad.
stats are not great.
Yeah.
But he has some really strong true combos. His kill power is not lackluster at all. He kills you super consistently with like that back air, that forward air. The forward air it's not great at
Back
killing,
air,
but like
forward air, nair, and
back air, forward air,
jab.
jab. Yeah, like he has some crazy setups with that Mecha Koopa. People think that Mecha Koopa is bad. I disagree. I think that move is really good. Set it on a platform. You can throw them into it. You know what I mean? Then you could do like some like move. His freaking side B is busted. His up B is busted.
Yeah.
His footstool stuff, like footstool side B, up B, and then like that'll kill you. He has so much going for him, right? In terms of like being not D minus, I think that I still don't think he's like an A tier character. I think he's a B tier character.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think he's a great character. I'm gonna be honest.
No, that makes sense.
I'm a believer.
I'm gonna go because I have a very interesting choice, and I'm gonna say Villager. I don't know why he's in D minus,
Yeah,
below
that's fair.
Isabel.
Few spots below Isabel.
I know him being below Isabel is a crime, in my opinion, because I don't know. I feel like Villager just has so much. Like we have a top Villager player in Ottawa, and seeing what he does to the rest of the cast makes me feel like makes me think Villager may not be D minus. He may be like in C, but I think D minus is just too low, especially below Isabel. I believe
Well,
is
I
an
think
agreeably worse
it's just
character.
the fishing rod and the jab and the
The,
nair,
the
right? Those are,
gyroid
like,
as
the
well.
biggest thing. So that
The
make Isabel
gyroid.
better. I think the side B is very good for Villager too, but it's just like Isabel's kills really early, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
her nair is also like a good combo tool. I mean, Villager's nair might be better though.
Her up airs and her downers are more consistent. They're always 2 turnips instead of 1 to 3 like villagers. Just like more consistent's better. Like consistency is very important, which is why like Ken is lower than like Ryu, right?
Yeah. I just think even with those consistencies, things such as like Tree being broken as it is, his pocketing that he already has, the log he gets from Tree, the bowling ball, his recovery,
The axe that he gets
loaded-
from Tree is more
the axe
atrocious
too.
than that stuff's like, what is that, like frame like
6
8 or something?
It's
Frame 6?
Frame six
Yeah,
kill move.
it's kind of crazy.
And all he
Yeah,
has
and it
to
kills
do
you
is
at like
plant it.
100. It's so crazy.
Yeah, he just
It
zones
has a
you
lot of
out
hand
and
lag, but
plant.
Yeah, it has a lot of unlike.
He just
but
plants
like
the
yeah,
plant and
I
then
agree.
he just runs away with an axe, and it's just like, okay, now
Yeah.
a kid has an axe and I'm scared. So I feel like
Yeah.
Villager is C minus. Like I don't know why he's in D minus. I feel like
That's
that's
fair, yeah.
probably one of the most like I don't want to say the
I
most like
that's fair.
worst take on this
I-
tier list.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
that We Fit, like swap We Fit and Villager. I'm not a We
True.
Fit believer. I'm not a We Fit believer.
Put her down there.
Put her
Put her
down.
down
Get
there.
her down
My
there.
take. Well, you think you have the worst take, Rocky. You gotta wait to hear mine.
Okay.
Um.
Oh no.
Okay. Ganondorf. I'm kidding.
No, no.
Ganondorf.
My
So-
Ganondorf
my
is
actual
actually
take
one.
is Dr. Mario. Okay. This character
No.
is like I feel like. Okay.
Dude,
First of all,
no.
I feel like he has a lot going for him that these other shitters in the D tier do not. Okay. He has like first of all, Dr. Mario has very good moves.
Yeah.
Frighteningly so.
Dude, pill.
Like neutral B is like absolutely like ridiculous, and like I know in some matchups, like if you have a sword, you can swing at it, but like if you don't, it can be like pretty hard to hit without getting hit yourself. And it's just like obviously an approaching projectile. Oh wait, it also combos into down B and up B and back air, right?
Yeah.
And down air. He has like when you optimize his advantage state, it's like it's almost as strong as Mario's, except he has twice as much raw kill power.
Yeah.
One of the best out of shield games in the entire game. His down throw like combos like 5 ever, freaking back throw, kill throw, and like he has so much kill power. It's like Ganon if he had a projectile, where like
And
you know
better
Ganon's like
movement
and he was way smaller and way harder to hit, right? Like.
Mhm.
Because he genuinely feels as strong as Ganon. Like I won't even lie. Like I am just as afraid of getting close to a Dr. Mario as I am a Ganondorf player because he just explodes you. And
Yeah.
I get if you can keep him out, right? And you can edge guard him, but like I feel like his recovery is also like a little bit deceptive, right? Like his uppy, his ledge snap is a little bit better than it looks.
Yes.
And he also has the 8 tap if you press the down B, or it's 6 tap, or 8 is like the maximum, I think, height. If you press it 8 times, you go higher. He's got the cape, that can, help shoot projectiles away. If you try to edge guard him with like a shot put, a charge shot, whatever, throw that shit back at you.
Yeah.
Also,
he really
Reflect is
could have
really
used
good.
Mario's cape, but they decided to give him a cape that doesn't stall.
Yeah,
that was
that
pretty
doesn't
cruel.
stall. Yeah.
But
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah. They were like, we
yeah,
can't
I
have
just
this
I
motherfucker
just think
stalling.
he's just like he's such a demon when he gets in, and I feel like his neutral, just like the biggest thing, I just feel like his neutral is just so much better than the other D- characters. I'd put him in C- probably.
Not
Yeah.
Or like maybe a
makes-
low C+. I just think he's so scary when he gets in. Like and
Mhm.
he also is like one of the best last hit characters in the game, I think. Cuz like you'll die to anything. Like he'll hit you with anything. Down tilt. If you hit his shield, up B. If you're shielding, grab back throw. Right? Like and then he can just like back air spam pill, run in pill, right? If that pill hits you, you're dead, right? So I think great last hit character, great kill power, just obviously his off stage is atrocious. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
You can really see like how this tier list, like how much it values recovery. Like a lot of characters are just bad because they don't have a good recovery. Like a lot of characters are just completely invalidated. Like
for ages.
except for Aegis.
yeah, except for Aegis.
I mean,
But like you look at Dr. Mario, you look at Little Mac, you look at Ganon, you look at Simon and Richter, who have amazing on stage play, but as soon as they're off stage, it's really sad.
yes.
It's
it
actually,
is like
and you have
watching
Ike as
a
well.
fish out of water.
I don't even think
Yeah.
Ike's that there. First of all, I don't think Ike's there. But I don't even think Ike's there because of his recovery.
I think Ike's there because
His frame day is pretty slow.
I think Ike's there because he can't do rising aerials.
Oh
Yeah. And
That's-
he's just his advantage state is just worse than it previously was.
Mhm.
So he's like this like slow character that has big moves that are all slow, and he has to do them all landing pretty much. So he's very telegraphed, and just like I mean, his recovery is not great, but like side B alone is better than most of the recoveries in the D tier. Like if he didn't have an up special, his recovery would still be better than
Yeah.
Simon and Richter's
Yeah.
and Little Max. Like,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
but
yeah.
yeah.
I agree with the Dr. Mario take though. I kind of was thinking you were crazy at first because I was like, Dr. Mario, bro, I just zare him and I just use up air and all my disjoints. But you are right. Like anytime Dr. Mario's in disadvantage, thinking of like online or even offline when I'm playing friendlies, because I don't nobody plays Dr. Mario in turn brackets, unfortunately. I am like petrified of what he can do. His F smash. Bro, his F smash 2 framing, I don't know how many times I've been hit by that and it just destroying me at 60. And I can't do anything but just be like, "Damn, okay." Or
His
his
F smash
It's
pill.
two
kind of one of
frame.
those like safe on shield smash attacks too, right? You
I
shield it
know.
and you kind of can't really punish it with anything but like
Yeah.
shield grab.
Yep.
Like
And my grab
Mario.
is ass, so I can't even punish it. My grab just sucks. ZSS grab is I don't know. It's just I was a hater at the take first, and now I kind of see it. The forward air just demolishing you. All his kill power. Like once you get to 60, it's a lot like Ganondorf, like you said, where I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to sit here and wait for him to do something stupid. But at the same time, he has pill.
Yeah.
He just spams pill, and
Yeah.
he has no.
Pill is kind of crazy.
Ah,
There are a lot of good Dr. Mario players as well. Like there's one from Japan. I've seen there's an online Dr. Mario that was like fighting Sonics, and it was like he was doing really well like against Sonics. Like it was actually kind of crazy, like how such a slow character would do decent against Sonics, and
Yeah,
it's just because when he gets his hits, he does a lot of damage, and he's
yeah,
going to kill you. So I mean he's a slow character. This
yeah,
character on the ground is like he's like almost Ganondorf slow, but but like he's very scary, very scary. I agree. I mean on this list he's the fifth worst in the game,
hmm
which I don't know if I agree with. I you know like I'm looking up at the top of this list and I'm seeing um like I mean like I see Banjo's good. I think Banjo's decent. But I mean I don't know
I think we can all agree he has like other than like no Little Max aerials take him down. I think he
yeah.
has the best overall move set like out of any character in the D
mhm,
tier.
On the
Like this,
mhm.
ground,
he has no bad moves. I mean, except like Nair's like kind of shit. It's like shit for him. Like if someone else
Yeah,
had his Nair, I think it would like unironically be could be pretty good.
it's a
yeah,
good
A
combo
Doc,
tool, but
it's like I
not
don't they like did him dirty with that, but like
yeah,
everything else, all of his moves, like forward tilt, is fine. Down tilt is like so good.
it
so
is.
good.
Up
Yeah,
tilt is so good. Up air, just a killing like frame four or whatever,
that
killing up
combos.
air
Frame
that
4.
also combos. Back air kills like super good.
Yeah,
Like he's just and
Yeah.
forward air is an amazing kill move. Like literally kills at center stage at 80, like
yeah,
sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
So strong.
It, it's
But yeah, I think that does it for that little section.
yeah,
yeah. It's hard to contest because this tier list, I don't know how well put it was. But
yeah, yeah.
but
Yeah.
Wait, do you have the list of which
yeah,
characters have won majors?
where's the list?
Drop that link
I can
too.
pull it out, but right before I pull it out, I guess you guys we're gonna start talking about one character I know that hasn't won a major. This broken character Samus.
Shit,
Now
oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
let's look at her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. She's number 15 right now. Obviously not counting Echo Fighters.
Yes, yes.
Um, which is pretty crazy. I think, and like I'm a Samus believer, but even I can't put her in top 10. Like you look at the top 10 and you're like, shit, like how is
Yeah,
Yeah,
Samus
every character
unironically
is.
worse? I would put her
Yeah,
like 11th or 12th, I think,
true.
but
yeah.
I'm not really making a groundbreaking take. Oh, I put her 2 spots higher than the Luminosity tier list, right?
Yeah,
But
that's
hmm
even like top players clearly think Samus is a very good character, and she's never won a major.
I know.
I think that Samus is really good. I have like
I think the reason she hasn't won is like not eh, I don't want to say like non-optimization because like there's a lot of good Samus players, but I also feel like it's a lot of just like I don't know. Anytime I watch a Samus set, I feel like they do stupid things, and it kind of is just what gets them killed. Like Louis up smash or something, they'll throw out like a leggy move, and or they'll use like up tilt in neutral, and it's like I don't know. I feel like there's not really too many good Samus reps that are on like the level of say Tama P, SPARG0, Sonic,
Yeah.
Mia. There's just no like reps that are like there in level, and I'm not saying that they're the reps that aren't gonna be at that level, but it's just like I think we need just more Samus reps in general. It's a
Yeah,
lot
like
like
why hasn't me Sword Fighter won a major?
yeah, why hasn't
Yeah,
Ace
well,
won
yeah,
for-
exactly.
What's that about?
I don't know
What's
why,
that
why
about?
hasn't Ganondorf won a major, guys? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think it's just like we're just missing that one player that's gonna push Samus to that level.
Yeah, people are gonna
Mhm.
look at Samus and be it's gonna be like Corrin, like, man, why is this character so high? Oh, that's why that character's so high. Okay, you know what? Put my hands up. And yeah, I don't know. Man, I really want to see Samus succeed because I'm a huge Metroid fan. But at the same
Mhm.
time, I kind of don't want to be scared of charge shot all the time. So I'm kind of happy that there's not that many Samus reps. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
bittersweet.
I don't know who that. I think Samus is probably the best character who hasn't won a major. I don't know who the next best one is though.
Has Wolf won a major?
Yeah, definitely. In early,
We're at
before
the
pre
early
nerfs.
ultimate.
Oh, pre
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
MKLeo
yeah.
won.
Zachary.
Oh no, Tweak won
Zachary, yeah.
Frostbite 2019 partially with Wolf. It looks like Zachary won
Zachary,
Umabera.
yeah. SP2.
Um,
Yeah.
Big House 9,
Has
Zachary.
Has Bayo
I
won
mean,
a
I don't know
major?
how accurate all these
Oh,
numbers are, but like this is like the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know like if he was in grand finals with Wolf or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just I think it's probably the next best character that hasn't won a major is like
Has Sora
on
won
the
a
tier list
major?
Sora, right?
Has Sora won a
Wait,
major?
Esam's won a major? What?
That's surprising.
Yes.
Bro, what?
How? Anyways,
How?
it's Sora hasn't won a major because
I don't think so, no.
I'm gonna go on a Sora rant. That is that.
No, Zachary won. Zachary won.
Oh,
Kagaribi 5 with
With
Sora.
Sora?
I
Yeah.
don't think so. Kagura
When was that?
That's what it says here. 2021.
Oh dang, bro.
Dang, man.
Like release week.
Yeah.
Sora,
Yeah,
for
you're
sure.
right.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
okay. Zachary did win. Okay, there you
Sora
go.
mains need to do more, man. Sora's busted. Sora
Sora
is,
is really good.
Look, he won a major, so that's
he won
gotta
a
count
major.
for something.
He won a major, but he needs to win more, man. I'm tired of this, like Sora mains choosing to lose. They can kill at 60. Leave me.
I mean, like,
to lose.
Choose to lose. They got the
who's the worst character who won a major?
Probably Ike.
Ike. Yeah, it's
yes,
definitely Ike.
MK Leo's Ike.
I'm looking on the list. I don't see anyone below Ike who's won a major.
Mia used me Sword Fighter at Cirque.
Bro, Mia should have pulled out the me sword fighter against
Yeah,
SPARG0 in the last game.
dude.
He needed something.
He needed
Yeah.
the shuriken or some shit.
Bro, you should. Okay, bro. Imagine it's game 5, grand finals reset. Mia pulls out the me sword fighter.
Oh my
He
god.
fucking
Spargo.
last stock. He runs off stage and counters SPARG0's limit up B and takes
Yeah.
That,
Takes the tournament with me Sword Fighter. I can see that. I'm sold.
I'm sold. That is like a movie plot right now. I think we gotta direct Smash movies. That shit would go so hard.
that
Gotta direct smash
that
me.
counter is like unironically so strong.
It is.
But it's just you wouldn't use it because me brawler had me sword fighter has better down
All
set.
of her, yeah, all the down
Um,
Bs are just
But
good.
yeah, like that's like it's like a pretty strong counter.
Mhm,
Has a
mhm.
lot of like scaling. But anyway, enough about me sword fighter counters. Yeah, I mean, I think to be honest, most of the characters who haven't won a major, it's literally just because a player has not pushed that character.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we've seen it. We've seen
MK
lots
Leo.
of. I mean, you look at just the tier list. There's lots of B- characters that have won a major. A lot of them have.
Oh, I think all of them
Inkling, Ness, Pitt, I think. Did
Yes,
Zachary win a major with
Zach-
Pitt? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
Zachary has.
Byleth is like the biggest like offender here. This guy's won so many majors.
Yeah.
Rosa with the
Right?
buzz.
So
MK
yeah,
Leo,
like they can do it. These mid tiers, they can do it.
I think every
Corin?
Yeah, Corin.
I think every
Uh,
single one of these
but
tiers.
she's
have
pretty
one.
high.
Corin's pretty good, yeah.
Corin's an A.
Yeah, she's an A.
So here's
Yeah, so that's probably. I mean, I wouldn't even put it past. I don't think we'll be seeing the honestly the character. I know I just did. I just talked up Dr. Mario. The character in like D tier and below, I think is most likely to win a major is DK though. If I'm being honest,
true.
DK.
Chunky Kong. Chunky Kong's got.
I do think he's kind of slept on. I purposely kept the D plus tier out of that section of this podcast because I think DK is like. I would have just said him instantly. I think he's like way higher than that. But anyway, that's for another day.
Yeah.
That's for Monday or oh, it's Monkey Monday actually. Hold on, we could talk about DK.
It is Monkey Monday.
It is Monkey Monday.
We can talk about the monkey that didn't make it into Rivals 2.
No,
The monkey that didn't, yeah, the baboon.
the baboon.
Okay. Time to splurge on our Rivals section.
Yeah, the
Oh,
speaking
yes.
of Rivals, dude. I don't know. I feel like Rivals has had more of an impact than it kind of seems because of, I don't know, Mars in particular kind of just pushes that because he's put more hours into Rivals this past like since it was released than Ultimate, and I mean it's been showing. Like, dude, second at the throne in the Rivals bracket against, and he only lost against Void. He beat MK Leo, players with natural like platform fighter skills. He beat Mango, which like, you know, that's Mango's game. Mango's game is literally that's who it's made for.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Mago's playing Rivals right now on Twitch.
on Twitch, twitch.tv/.
He's a fan.
Plays Zetterburn, right?
Yeah, he play. Of course, yeah, of course he plays Zetterburn. He's a fucking.
Of course.
Of course. What is a rival?
Tier diff.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised a lot of Ultimate players are playing Rivals. It's like, you know, on one hand, like, I can definitely see how you, like, draw comparisons between Rivals and Melee. But, like, I do think it's actually quite a good game for Ultimate players, too.
Yeah, I found myself getting into it with relative ease, understanding everything compared to me trying
clearly,
to play
us
Melee.
Ultimate players are better than the Melee players at Rivals. I mean, just look.
Just look. It does make sense. The evidence speaks for itself. Mars getting second, Void getting first, MK Leo getting third. Like,
yeah, like I think you know, some people, you know, I say I love, like, obviously a bit ironically here, but I love all the videos, you know, they're coming out over the past few years. Ultimate's dying. This is the next Ultimate killer, guys.
Yeah.
Nick All-Star Brawl is
Nick
gonna kill this game. Put it in
Nick
the ground.
All-Star Brawl.
Hey guys, multiverses. This game is gonna be way better. It's gonna kill Smash Bros. Right?
yeah.
Now an actual good platform fighter has come out, and
Mm.
lo and behold, it hasn't killed Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Tournaments are still happening. I can't believe
Yeah.
everyone didn't just drop the game instantly.
I know.
Sarcasm. But I think it's a good thing. I think it's a really good thing. Because I feel like this is gonna be, it's kind of like Smash Ultimate had like a monopoly on the platform fighter genre, where like they like, let's be honest, they were the only team that made a good platform fighter, like an actual good one.
Yeah.
Like let's be real, like I don't care y'all playing Nick All-Star Brawl, like
Yeah.
Get your multiverses out of
it's
here.
Smash Bros or nothing, right?
Yeah.
Brawlhalla, right?
Brawlhalla.
Now, like
Nah,
that,
bro.
you know, I know we're gonna talk about that in a sec. I don't wanna spoil too much. But now that, you know, Smash 6 might be coming, they're gonna have to step up their game if they want people to play that, right?
Yes.
They're gonna have to. Their hand is forced, right? It's like, oh, you know, our competitors are offering this super polished product, and the competitive players are getting the support they want, and they're getting all these updates, and they're you know, they're very responsive to the community. You can't offer your shit product over here and be like, expect people to buy into it, right?
Enough.
So
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna make Smash Bros step up their game,
Yeah.
and I think
They
that's a
have
good
to.
thing. And
Yeah.
also, it gives if you don't wanna, if you're just gonna bitch about Smash Bros all day, go play Rivals.
Exactly.
Like you don't have to stay here anymore, right?
True.
So
Yeah.
I think it's always a good thing, I think, pretty much to have another option. And I'm really happy that Smash players can explore this other option. And honestly, like just I think the skills totally transfer like back and forth. Like even if you just started playing Rivals, I think genuinely that could make you better at Smash Bros. Um because it kind of lets you see things in like a different light. Anyway, Rivals 2 is a sick game. I think it's I might be glossing over the negative things, but I think it's just really good. It's amazing for it's like a huge step for platform fighters, but I
Yeah.
think it's a good thing for Smash Bros.
I agree with you, and I feel like Rivals and Smash can coexist.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
I
of
feel like
course.
that's kind of more of the effect that it had and is having, which is really good. Like it's hard to have two of this like similar enough games coexist. And I feel that's kind of how Rivals and Ultimate is getting along right now. Both games, really good games. They're recognized as some of the best platform fighters. And I don't know, I
Mhm.
haven't seen too much beef about like, oh my god, I can't believe people are playing Rivals. What the fuck? Like it feels like both people have respect for both games, and
Yeah.
both people are playing both games, and I think that is the best outcome we could have had. There's not
Yeah.
that much arguing, I find, and that's kind of a plus. Smash Twitter and Smash literally anything is known for fighting, and I feel like Rivals has been kind of like something that hasn't been fought as much, at least from what
Yeah.
I've seen. Which, hey,
It's
listen,
it's
I'm good.
Until all the
yeah,
Smash
it's
players infect the community.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, no, that's the thing. I think that it's mainly actually the player base is mainly Smash like players.
Oh yeah.
Like right now,
Oh yeah.
right now at least, mainly Smash players. There is a small audience that played Rivals 1 and were big Rivals 1 pro like players, right? And then they moved to Rivals 2. A lot of the Rivals 1 players I've heard stayed with Rivals 1 because they like the art style. They like, I mean, you know, it's like
I
Melee and
understand liking the game
Yeah.
better.
yeah,
It's different, but like I'm
yeah,
sorry, bro.
Rivals
Some of
one,
those
man.
sprites were a bit
yeah. They're a bit
Rhino Sprite,
crusty.
man. Rhino Sprite in Rivals 1. Oh my, I don't know. I don't
Okay,
like
the
it.
only
Rosetta burn.
character I don't want to like talk about Rouse too long, but the only character that I think looks kind of corny in Rouse 2 is Arcane, bro. I don't know what they did to him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, he's a little.
Orcane?
Yeah, like I don't
Octane?
know. Okay, me and Connor noticed this when we were playing that his eyes are a different color in the art than they are in game. He has yellow, like the white part of his eye is
Wait, hold
yellow
on.
in game, and it's totally black inside of the. And he looks way better, like with like the way he does in the art. He looks way better than
Yeah.
that in game. His mouth, I noticed this the more I started playing it. His inside of his mouth is the color of the outside of his skin, like it's blue, and it's clearly supposed to be red. Um,
Mhm.
which is a bit goofy, and like also his paws are like very different. Like they're super dark, like kind of like a cat or a dog
Yeah.
in the art, and in game they're like it's like not really totally noticeable. So I don't know. Like I don't think they're gonna do a sprite update or a 3D model update. I wish they would. Not that I play Arcane. I think everyone else though looks like super good, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now,
Mhm.
and you're right. It's goofy. Yeah, I feel so bad for him, man.
He looks a bit strange.
He
That's
does.
it's
It's
like
off-putting.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
ugh, didn't like that. But
Zetterburn got the biggest glow up though.
yeah, Zetherburn did. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Bro went to the gym. He
Yeah.
started lifting. He's jacked.
Mhm.
But speaking of Rivals and Smash 6, what is one thing you guys want to see in Smash 6? Cuz I have
Oh,
mine.
Rollback netcode.
baby.
Rollback netcode.
I've thought about this a lot.
Rollback,
It's
rollback.
that for me, it's that easy. The thing is, something I didn't know totally was this is something I didn't think about. Is you do kind of have to build your game around rollback netcode. It's not like, oh, we're just gonna add this now. Like, especially things Smash
Mm.
Ultimate has a lot of frame one options.
Yes.
And things that work on frame 1 do not work well with rollback netcode. It just they don't play nice together for obvious reasons. But I would be okay with. First of all, I would be okay with moving away from frame 1 options. Period.
Yep.
I don't know why characters have frame 1 jabs.
Nah,
I
bro.
don't know why characters have frame 1
Hey,
attacks.
hey,
I don't
leave
know
me
why
alone.
characters have frame 1
Hey.
invincibility.
Frame one. Hey.
I think if everyone had a frame 2 or 3 shield, I think that'd be fine too. I don't think it has to be one. And if that meant I could play Smash Online like Rivals, I'd be so down. I would be so down. So rollback netcode is literally, I mean, outside of just like, keeping the characters, which we can talk about later. I think rollback netcode is the biggest thing I want.
No,
Like,
Yeah, for sure. Rollback netcode is like we have to have it like for next Smash game, bro. Like, how are we still in the prehistoric ages? Like,
Yeah.
with fighting
The
games, like this is
dinosaurs.
ridiculous. I know the game's old. Okay, like I get it. But it's still a big oversight that they just like, oh yeah, I'm sure that they'd be fine with playing with 10 frames of delay. You know what I mean? Like that's totally fine. Like, it's ridiculous. Something I do want to see. I've thought about this a lot. And I've been a little bit pessimistic. I don't know. I don't know. Like, Sakurai said he's not going to do it. But Nintendo is greedy. They want money, and people are gonna buy the next Smash game, right? If it comes out. My favorite, the best option for the next Smash game would be a Ultimate Deluxe, in my opinion. I don't care about a new game. What I would want is, and if a new game comes out, I'd be really happy. Don't get me wrong, but I would want every character to kind of be revised, like copy paste them into the new game, right? Because you have to understand, it was so much work for them to make the new like to make the new Smash game, because they had to bring in like 70 characters on release or something, right? That's insane. That's an insane amount of work. So what they did is they just kind of copy pasted the characters from previous games, and a lot of those movesets are uninspired. They're really uninspired.
Yeah.
What they should do is they should take Smash as it is now, look at all the characters, give them some cool mechanics, like if they don't already have them. Maybe add some more in-depth like movement options, like wave dashing or something cool. They probably won't do that, and I know they probably won't. But I really want some more things geared towards competitive play, like the rollback netcode. Make the characters more interesting. There are a lot of characters in this game that are just sword character. I have sword characters, same side B, same counter, same. There's so much they could have done with this game, right? They still done a lot. I will say they've done a lot with it. It's a really amazing game, but they could do so much more. If like give DK barrels, give Luigi like something else that isn't just slapping and kicking. Like right? There's so much. There's
That's what
so
I'm
much
saying
they
about
could've
me
done.
Brawler. Why does he just kick it?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Me Brawler's
Um,
already perfect.
But so they could do so much with this new game. They can make it deluxe, add a better single player. If they make a new Smash game, there's not going to be 80 characters. And it's so cool that you can have 80 characters. So why not take the game as it is now and maybe add a few more DLC characters? Obviously, there is a limit. The more characters you have in the game, the more complicated it gets. The harder it is to balance. All that this comes with a bunch of problems, right? Rivals 2 right now, there's only 8 or like 10 characters, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of makes it
makes
a
it
lot easier, right?
Yeah.
Like where it's like okay, I need to learn 10 matchups instead of learning 70.
Yeah.
But I do think that having more characters does appeal for the casual audience and also the professional audience, because the skill ceiling can be that much higher. But that's just my take on what I want. I want a deluxe. I don't want to, and a new
Yeah.
game I'd be happy with, but I would rather a deluxe because I do love Ultimate the way it is now. But I do think they could do more with it.
I see. For me, I'm gonna veer away from competitiveness a little bit. I want Subspace Emissary again, man. I want a decent story mode. Ultimate Story is ass. I hate it. I hate going through getting these stupid spirits and fighting my way to the thing. Like I get it. A lot of fights are fun, but Subspace Emissary was like 100 times better.
I actually think collecting the spirits could be cool if it was in the Subspace Emissary and you collected them there.
They had that
Yeah.
in Subspace. You get the
Yeah, there were
trophies
stickers, right?
and the stickers, and I love that. Like that is how I played Brawl for like 90% of it. And
Oh yeah, me too.
I think if they bring back a story mode, which is basically Brawl Subspace but better, I'd like just put revamp it a little bit, make it less cringy. I think it
Yeah.
genuinely could be like one of the best story. I don't want to say one of the best story fighting games because Guilty Gear exists.
Guilty
I
Gear,
think
yeah.
I think it would be one of
This isn't a fighting game though. It's separate.
It's a platform fighter, and
It
it's
would be
cool. Like,
yeah.
yeah,
It'd be the coolest platform
that would be
fighter with a
cool.
story. Like I love the Brawl storyline. I love the final boss. I know people hate on it because it's like some cringy like taboo blah blah blah.
The thing
what a
is,
cringy
one thing is, they never did include the third party characters in that.
No, they didn't. Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna work. Because it's like it was kind of this weird thing. It's like, oh, everyone's here. Oh, Sonic. Oh, you joined us. Oh, where did you come from? Oh, Snake. Oh no, Snake was in it actually, right?
Yeah, Snake was in it. Snake was if you're talking about Brawl in the Subspace
Yeah.
Emissary, Snake was in a box in Meta Knight's
Yeah,
ship.
that's right. Okay, so
And
some of them did make it in. I wonder if there's like any like copyright there that they'd have to get over. Like licensing is so weird, but
maybe
yeah, that'd be so
Yeah.
cool. Like seeing the characters actually move and interact with each other.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
even in like a 2-second cutscene, like
Yeah.
that would be so cool.
I want to see Mario and Minecraft.
Do you know why,
interact.
Rocky?
Yeah.
Do you know why that they didn't? Sakurai said this is why. This is why we can't have nice things. Do you know the reason why we didn't get cutscenes in Smash Ultimate?
Why?
Is because the cutscenes would get leaked before the game came out and it would spoil it.
Bro,
Yeah.
fuck, I hate
Because
leakers.
people, yeah, don't you hate people after hearing that?
Yes, I do. I hate the
Because every time they would make cutscenes, their MP4 files or whatever, very easy to kind of leak, right? Just get it on a USB flash drive, and then some employee leaks it, and then the game hype, or whatever. Or this is what Nintendo and Sakurai seem to think, right? They don't want that. So that's why they didn't make it, and that's why we will probably never get one.
No, we're getting another one. Or I will kill whoever decides to try to leak it. I need Subspace again, man. It was so cool seeing all the characters interact and like just seeing how the story progressed, because I think one thing Ultimate or Smash Bros in a whole is kind of underrated is the storyline that it perceives. Going from like Melee, because Melee actually had a decent like storyline, from Brawl with one of the best stories ever. Smash 4 didn't have a story, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And even Ultimate, like just kind of like I watched a game theory video about it, and it kind of was like cool, like the growing up, like the process of growing up is basically kind of what the storyline is about. And I think it's really cool just seeing all these different characters interact and the story and kind of what is going on, because I don't know, I feel like a lot of people forget Ultimate has lore in general, and it's kind of weird because fighting games usually don't have really intricate plot lines. You have Street Fighter, which is like, I don't know, Street Fighter lore is pretty bad. Guilty Gear lore,
pretty weird.
Don't know what the fuck's going on half the time.
And did you play all the story modes for Guilty Gear or just like the arcade?
I played the arcades. But
I wanna freaking play all the story modes. I need to know the lore.
I need to know the lore. Yeah.
Guilty Gear is not our topic for discussion again. Get this filthy game. I'm kidding. Get this
filthy game out of here.
Get it out.
Yeah. So I think, that kind of concludes that. Back to the tier list. We love tier lists, don't we?
We love tier lists. We love tier lists.
I'm actually. I mean, it's always a nice topic for discussion. I'm excited. It should be soon, right? The Luminosity official tier list 3. I mean, just going based off of time.
Yeah.
It should be soon.
I'm excited too. I'm excited to see Luigi in the A tier.
Yeah, me too, bro.
To see Luigi past.
Bro, he's gonna be in the A tier for sure. Definitely.
So everyone, anywhere above A-, pick a character. or I know you've already picked characters for yourself, but we've all picked a character above A- tier, and why we think they're really overrated and that they should be probably at least 10 spots lower.
Okay.
So
I'm
yeah.
gonna go first since you guys usually go first with this. And I'm gonna have the most obvious pick ever, and that is gonna be
ZSS.
ZSS. Yeah. Goddamn, who keeps putting her in A tier, A minus? Who
Yeah,
keeps
I
putting her
actually
so
agree.
high? Put her
I
in mid tier. I understand down B is broken. I understand, Zare's cool. She does good against the meta, but like that's all she has. She doesn't have good combos. Her throw is horrible. She doesn't have like necessarily the best kill potential. She doesn't have good ways of racking up damage. She's a hard character, very bracket draining. She doesn't deserve
Yeah.
to be an A. She deserves
She
to
is
be
very
B
hard.
plus.
I agree for sure.
Switch her
She's
with
so like you need to be like on point to like
Yeah.
play well with this character because bro, her moves are so tiny. Like the backer
Yes.
you need to land that thing to
They're
actually play
thin.
well.
2 frames
They're
of
they're very
active-
thin.
yeah.
They're very thin. I love watching VSS. I think she's very cool. When she's not camping someone out.
When she's not circle camping, she's a
Yeah.
very
When she's
cool
not circle
character.
I think she's I would tend to agree with that. I think she's still really good, but I think that you can't be putting this character next to like Bayonetta or like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like there's like kind of a difference, I feel. Terry also, I think that's a good spot for Terry. But yeah, like I think that CSS is that's a good point. I agree.
Switch her with like Sheik or Me Brawler or Sephiroth. One of those three.
Yeah.
Most likely Sephiroth. Like Sephiroth is like A minus. You can switch her with Sephiroth and I'm like happy, but the only reason she's up there is because of Mars and like all the top players play meta characters. I don't think
feel like-
anybody will understand the pain of ZSSK rule. ZSSK rule is one of the
CSS rule.
it's one of the worst experiences ever because K rule just armors everything you have.
I don't disagree with you. I've always been a big advocate of like ZSS is like top 10 at the very like worst, hardest characters to play in bracket, or just like at a high level. I think she's probably like realistically around top 6 or 5 hardest characters to play in bracket, just because you always, even if it's a good matchup, you have to be outplaying your opponent. It like, and then don't get her started on the bad matchups, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't do a lot of damage is her biggest thing, right? Like she opens you up a lot because her neutral is like, quite frankly, very, very good. But she gets in and she does 25 or whatever. And unless you're getting that nair at that perfect spacing or whatever, you're not getting early stocks. Whereas people, they just need to parry her there once, parry her whatever once, get in, and they're doing twice to 3 times as much damage per opening as her. And she's not particularly hard to kill. Like she's hard to catch, sure, but she's tall, she's kind of light. Frame 2 escape, I believe, with air dodge, so she's not frame 1, right? So she does kind of die, right? She kind of dies when you hit her, and you don't die the same way. And like, so it's a lot like Inkling. I always imagine CSS like Inkling, but marginally better, because you just always have to be outplaying your opponent, and even though you have the tools to do that, you have to be using them right always. So I agree with that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I could use that logic on a character like Peach. Peach is not my pick, by the way. But I don't think
Trying to
it's
steal my pick? Like what the heck?
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to steal your pick. But I just personally, for me, I don't know if it's fair to. I'm not saying I don't think it's fair. I am saying I don't know if it's fair to just put difficulty into a character's spot on the tier list. Like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, because like Snake is like absolutely broken, but he's very hard to play at a top level, like extremely hard. Like Snake is a very hard character. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it, but do I think he's anywhere below top 4? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
He's broken, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with Sonic. Sonic is extremely hard to play at top level. Do I think he's not top 2? Absolutely not, right? So I don't know. It's not like, and yeah, yes, it's more skewed than that, because like it's like, oh, she's just as hard but way worse.
Yeah,
but like I don't know if that makes her actually worse on the tier list.
I think I would disagree with that and say it kind of is, because she is just as hard as if not harder, and she still gets less. It's sort of like, you know, her optimal gameplay, like every character played at an optimal level, like she suffers still, even if she's like played optimally. And I feel like
That is fair. That is fair.
the
Yeah, because
pain
like
that
with like Peach, you get 0 to deaths with
oh yeah,
optimal
Peach,
stuff.
the hardness with
CSS, I
Peach
feel
is
like, yeah, you're not gonna be getting like the thing is CSS's neutral is so hard. Like you can't like it's like you're constantly whiff punishing, you're constantly paying attention to burst ranges, you're trying to figure out how to open up, and her movement speed is very good, but she's just so weird because like a lot of moves are low, like you can low profile ZSS so easily, like a
yeah.
lot of the time. If I'm crouching as Luigi and I just like you're gonna do forward, you're gonna do back air, like you have to space your things pretty well. So her openings are like, yeah, like I would tend to agree.
Well,
I think she's
you just have to get them every time as well. Like you have to always be winning neutral.
And
That's the
Pikachu,
Yeah.
yeah. Pikachu is like a curse among all ZSS players, man. That pancaking is
Bro,
atrocious.
you
Yeah.
gotta
I
watch
hate it.
Mars's VODs.
I
He
hate
dunks
it.
on Isan.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Fucking like
No, that
the
matchup's definitely
pancake.
bad though.
The pancaking, but like I think Pikachu can pancake my F tilt, and it's like I always have to low angle everything because most characters can low profile my F tilt. So it reduces
ZSS
my range.
also has like has a kind of just extra difficulty in her grab because like it's not like Samus where it's so long that it
Right
doesn't
away.
matter that it's unconventional.
Yeah.
Like ZSS is long, but I think it I don't know if it feels laggier
It is.
and it's less long. And so it's just another thing where it's like the RPS of, you know, shield versus attack versus dodge versus grab, you know, whatever. It's another thing she has to think about because her grab is obviously more reactable than 99% of the
Let me
characters.
check. Her grab has 33 frames of end lag. That's
Yeah,
just normal grab.
that's terrible.
Samus frame data. Let's see Samus's grab. I
Uh,
feel like
do you want to go next, Connor? Or?
yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
I know. Okay, so my pick for this is definitely going to be Peach and Daisy. I'll just refer to Daisy because yeah. Daisy is Peach and Daisy's very okay, like I feel like the character has been in S tier since the game has released. And
True, yeah.
people just automatically place them in that tier. Just because it would seem outlandish to not do it, to not place them in there, right?
I mean, it is.
Oh.
So but if you, and I know this is not results based, if you look at the results, like Peach and Daisy is like they don't really get high placements. Like there are a lot of good players that play Peach and Daisy, but there's no like, you're not seeing them like destroying tournaments. And then you look down here and you're seeing Fox, who's somehow like, you know what I mean? Like Fox wins tournaments, Diddy Kong wins tournaments, Joker wins tournaments, Peach and Daisy, like, okay, this character, if one played optimally, probably the best character in the game. Like, because any hit that you hit with this character will kill you, pretty much. If you have a
Yeah.
tournament in hand,
and
it's
she
over.
has the best neutral of any touch of death character.
Yeah,
by
exactly.
far.
Her neutral is crazy, but you have to understand that this is all in theory.
Yeah.
In practice, this is not how it works. Peach and Daisy is going to hit you, and they will kill you like some of the time if with a good player. But you have to understand that the neutral with this character is so difficult. You have to. It's the same thing with CSS, where it's like you don't have a clear option. Like Luigi is very obvious for me. It's like, oh, jump fireballs there, grab.
Yeah.
Very easy. Peach and Daisy is like neutral. Okay, it's like I throw my turnip, but then I have to go and go pick another one. They can chase after me. You have to you can do float stuff like you know, like JCFF jump cancel fast fall, where you're trying to bait out your opponent, like whiff punish. Peach and Daisy's probably more of a whiff punish. Like they get so much off of whiff punishing, and so you're basically just sitting there waiting for your opponent to make a mistake, similar to ZSS. And the character is no, don't get me wrong. This character is busted. Peach and Daisy's really good,
Yeah.
but I just do not agree with putting him in the S tier. I don't
Yeah.
agree. I do not agree. I think that maybe put him in A, in the middle of A.
Yeah.
For now, I want to see a good Peach and Daisy player do well with the character, and then we can start talking about this again, because I just don't see them like Mudace has completely, he's getting fucked by like O2ers. Like I don't
well,
understand.
not quite, but I know.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm being facetious, but it's just like he like it just be like that. Peach and Daisy loses to some like low tier ass characters, or sometimes it's just like it's very consistent character, but you have to be playing so well to be
I'm
consistent.
I'm always gonna be the person who wants to look at a character's best. First of all, I do just want to quickly say that I think Optimized Steve is definitely the best character in the game, and I think he's also the best unoptimized.
Yeah.
But putting that point aside, Rob might even be better than Peach optimized. He's one spot above her. I just like Peach is without a doubt the hardest character in the entire game. I don't think that's really should be a point for debate.
Yeah.
She's the hardest.
Actually, it's
she's just so hard to play. But
yeah,
I don't think that that's a reason to not put her in S tier. I think it's fair to not put her in S tier because of that. If that's something you want to value on your tier list, right? Like, oh, ease of play. I can see that, but that's just not. I like to look at a character's best, and I think she's pretty accurate in her placement in terms of best.
For me,
I don't think. Oh, sorry. Here you go.
Sorry. I was gonna expand on that. For me, like what I would do with Peach is I would move Peach down to A+, shift everybody down, and then move Pikachu to S-, like behind you.
We all know Pikachu should be in S tier. We all know this.
Yeah, why is he in the middle of A? That's so crazy.
We all know that Pikachu's supposed to be S tier.
It's
not a disagreement among the three of us.
Bro thinks he's a high tier. He's chilling in with fucking Roy.
Yeah.
My pick. I think you guys are gonna be very agree with this. Okay. I don't know what Lucina's ass is doing in A tier.
Oh my! I was gonna say that. What is she doing there?
Lucina needs to go at least 10 spots down. At least.
She thinks
she's not been there since patch 1.0.
Yeah, she thinks
she's not. She has she has just mediocre. She's just mediocre, right?
Yep.
She's got strong edge guarding. Her recovery's decent. Her neutrals decent. Her kill power's decent. Her combos, they're okay.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of frame traps.
She's got tech chases, which are pretty good, but like they're pretty honest. If you know, like her down tilt starts sending in a tech chase around like 80, you might die to a down smash, you get tech roll the wrong way.
Her edge guarding's really good.
And then you look at Corin over here, right next to her.
Yeah.
My God.
Back here in the game, nair that 2 frames, and they'll combo in it back actually at 60. Pin is like a super fast option that kills at 60, it hits below the ledge, and she also has the exact same range as Lucina, better initial dash, better recovery, better probably slightly worse edge guarding, I'll be honest, better advantage state. She's like so much better than Lucina, and they're right next to each other.
I know.
I don't know.
Lucina's above Terry too, which is wild. Lucina,
she's too honest to be up there. I think. I think she's a good character.
Yeah,
she has,
but not that good.
She has some dishonesty. That back air is.
Pit is better than Lucina.
True. Oh my God.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I would put Pit like where fucking Sheik is. And I'd move Lucina down to like Sephiroth, like around there, like or maybe even lower. I might put her even lower. I might have put her below freaking what's his name, Byleth over there. Like I don't know what Hero's doing in B-, but anyway, that's for another thing.
That's for the mid-tier talk.
Yeah, I think we're talking about high tiers right now. I don't know why Lucina's up there. She's genuinely not. She's just in a game full of Roys and Corins and Clouds who just steal stocks, and Shulks who just steal stocks. They have their cheese. Lucina, she can't possibly compete with them.
Ages, bro. You forgot.
Yeah,
Lucina
I was
is
just
like
looking
a-
at the
Just
high
better
tiers. I was just
Lucina.
looking at the high tiers. Sorry.
Mythra's just better, Lucina. Like,
True.
literally.
I don't know.
Um,
Lucina feels like one of those like old school kind of like grandmas who just they're a little bit racist, but they make good cookies. But good cookies isn't gonna get you in a high tier.
She's a chef now.
She's a
or
chef.
Oh, what
baker.
the?
She used
What
to
is
cook
that?
in the.
That's so
I
funny.
don't know about
she
this
used to cook in
analogy.
the-
I don't know. This analogy, let him cook, but
She
I
used
mean-
to cook back in the day, but now it's
now she's she's
Yeah.
expired.
We can talk about
Okay.
we can talk about underrated mid tiers next time. I don't want to spoil our next podcast, but
Oh, yeah.
right
Yeah.
now, let's
we
talk
go.
about buffing characters of choice.
Okay, I have mine,
One
and you
buff
guys
to a
are-
character of choice. You can't play him.
Yeah.
Go Rocky.
I want to save mine for last, unfortunately. I'm
Okay.
I don't know what mine
Well,
is.
I'm gonna go first then.
Yeah, you go.
sorry.
Link.
Link,
My boy is down there in the C+
the
tier.
hero of the.
I think my buff to Link would make his bomb, the Z drop and the smash throws do more damage. I think they should be doing like at least like 4%. Because as it is right now, his long combo routes do no damage. They literally he'll do like a 12 hit combo and it will do like 20%. Because his bomb does no damage, and I think he could be so, I don't know how much better he would be. He would be better, obviously. He would be obviously better. But I think just like it would be so much more worth it to go for those long optimized combos, and he would actually have like high damaging combos now instead of like his combos, they do get the job done. Like, because his moves are so strong, he doesn't need to get you to 30 or 40 to kill you. He can just do footstool bomb down air at like 20% and it will kill you, which is crazy. But just like if you're not getting that combo, if they're DIing right, he should have alternate combo routes with that Z drop bomb that can just rack up a good solid 30-40%. Because his bomb literally just like 1.2 right now, I think. Yeah. It's pathetic. I think his bomb, and I think the explosion, I think they could do a thing where it's like he has less hit stun. I think knockback you wouldn't want to decrease because that'd make his recovery worse. But you can make it so that he has less hit stun after the explosion as well. That's kind of going into 2 buffs. I know it's the same moves. That is kind of 2 buffs though. So I'll stick with bomb doing 4 to 5%, or mid 5 is probably a bit much. Yeah. Probably like 3.5% or 4% per Z drop.
Yeah, I have mine. I know.
You have yours. Who is it?
Okay, Donkey Kong. Okay. I think that Donkey Kong down B should not be that hand slap because it might be like something like a reference to the Congo
DK
or the bongo, DK bongos or whatever. I don't even know what a reference is, but it's not a good. It's like it's okay. His down B is good actually. It's a good move. He uses it a lot, but we need to replace that with barrel.
With Craig, just make him Craig.
Yes, and he can grab you out of the air with it if he does in the air. And he can grab the barrel out of the air if he does down B in the air as well. So make him Craig from Rivals 2, and I think he would be a lot cooler because he's supposed to be a grappler.
You understand. That's a bit too. That's a bit too much of a change to be a buff.
Yeah, no, that's a whole new character.
It's one buff, okay?
But like, is he even better? Is he even better with that?
Yeah, bro. You give him a projectile.
Down B? I don't think you understand how good DK down B is. I mean, it's literally it kills. Down B up smash is untechable, and that's a kill confirm at like 100. Down B grab is just like, oh, take a free 15% before I grab and ding dong you.
Okay, well then we'll do side B then.
Side B.
We'll do side B. It's a bit cursed that it's a side B, but no. Make DK punch.
Okay, look, we can talk about changes later. This is supposed to be a Nintendo-esque change. Like this is something you would see in the patch notes. Okay.
Something you'd see in the patch notes.
Yeah, like an actual buff.
Okay, here then get rid of Pichu self damage. Easy.
Get rid of Pichu self damage. That's fair.
Interesting.
Or lower it. Like get rid of like
lower it.
Mine is interesting. I want to buff Sheik. I want to give Sheik better kill. Like extend her kill hitboxes Like make him a little more disjointed, like her up smash.
Like back air, probably. Sure.
Yeah. Like back air, make it
Yeah.
a little bigger. Make up smashes like strung hit longer. Make down smash bigger and F smash better. I want to see Sheik succeed.
What's your one buff to Sheik? You can make it a big buff, but
I want her hitboxes to be bigger. Like give her bigger.
you gotta pick
hitboxes.
one, buddy.
I have to pick one. Bigger hitbox on up smash. So
Up
she
smash.
so drag down up smash is more consistent.
Yeah, you could also make like the sour spot actually not shit.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Just make the sour spot send at Jigglypuff F throw angle. Make it send straight fucking vertical. That's her buff. That's her buff. That's
Down.
the new. That's
Ozzy Gates of Hell.
yeah,
She has
Kazuya Gates out.
no sour spot anymore. The sour spot kills too.
Yeah.
That's my buff. I kind of just want to. I don't know, man. I feel like Sheik, if Sheik were to be high tier, I feel like Sheik could be like one of the most entertaining. Like
Yeah.
watch
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I tried to play Sheik, and all I'm saying is that like living to 200 and like 50%
fun.
was not fun. It's not fun. It's like watching Sonic, Ken and Luigi when Ken survived to like 220. It was more depressing than anything. So,
What? He lived to 220.
Yeah, he lived. To
Oh
like
my
220
gosh.
Before dying to
Yeah,
dash
that's
attack.
Sonic.
Yeah. So that's my buff is to make sour spot of Sheik up smash send at Jigglypuff F throw angle.
Yeah.
To catch jumps better. Because anytime you would catch jumps is like anytime I would try to catch a jump with up smash as Sheik, I would get that sour spot. And like the sour spot, like I can combo into it just a little bit, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't get me anywhere. I catch them. Haha, I got you. It's like crouch, it's like not crouch canceling or floor hugging in Rivals. It's like I got you, but if they have a fast option, they actually have me because it doesn't send anywhere.
Should have grabbed. Sounds like a skill issue.
At a jumping?
No, you can't crouch cancel throws. in
Oh, never
Rivals.
mind. You're talking about Rivals.
Yeah.
But like I would hit them and it would just be like hitting them with a kid's birthday napkin, and then I would get F smash by
That kid's birthday napkin.
Birthday nap.
And then so if it sends at that angle, not only would it be good for like edge, just sending them back off the stage and catching them, it'd also just be good because it would open up more combo opportunities, like with her tech chases getting even more kills. Like imagine just hitting it, they'll get sent down, they need a tech chase option, and then you just read it with a down smash. I feel like that would just be such a big buff to her that it would kind of just help. It would help her. She has a lot of other flaws that could be touched up on, but I feel like that giving her that would give her like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my answer. I thought you guys were gonna be like Sheik. They're already broken. What the fuck do you mean?
No, Sheik is good, but I would like I love watching Sheik. And I love playing Sheik. So I like playing her when I can kill.
Yeah.
So I do agree. I think that I would be happy with a broken Sheik because I feel like she is a little bit more honest than a lot of these other characters, right?
Yeah, I'd rather
To make her kill power a little bit better. I do agree with that.
I'd rather.
I think honestly, if they just made her back air like a spammable killing back air, like
Yeah.
Right.
be enough.
Actually.
Yeah.
Like,
Give her a Rob back air.
Give
Just
her
switch it.
I don't know. If
Rob
that
back
Character-
air.
Character
Yeah, I don't know
model
if
and
that
everything.
fits. So, yeah. Give her like the burner and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing that we'll talk about for today is most overrated top tier.
Top tier character.
No.
Yes. Top
player.
player. Sorry,
player?
top player. My bad. Most
Okay,
overrated
okay.
top player. Yeah.
Okay. Well, who's going first?
I don't want.
I could go first. Here, I know.
I got.
He does.
Okay, I think Light is the biggest fraud. Okay,
No.
I think Light is the biggest fraud.
Light is the biggest fraud.
Light
Have
is
you
the biggest
seen him
fraud.
play any other character? It's sad. I've seen it, and
sad.
He's a fraud. This guy is a fraud, and I know he just won a tournament. I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he
also
just won.
got second at the.
Yeah, and he got second at the
Yeah.
throne.
So he's doing really well right now. And I think he's gonna be in the top. He's probably gonna be the 6th on the PR, maybe 6th, 7th. But maybe probably better than that. Probably like 5th. But I think he's a fraud, bro. I am gonna be honest. He plays Fox, and I don't have a huge. I think Fox is really good, but I don't like. I play Luigi, so you know what I mean. But I think that I don't. I think Light is really, really good at the game, right? But he's just like. I watch his like the Lights Out podcast, like I watch it sometimes, and he just has like the weirdest takes. Sometimes he has like he's just like I swear he does not play the same game I play.
Yeah.
Like the way he talks about the game, he's like, oh, I didn't know that. He like doesn't know a lot about the game. I find, at least when I'm watching the Lights Out podcast, I just like, it's so funny. Anyway, I think he's really good, but I don't think he's like top 5 good.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And
Maybe he's carried a little bit.
I know some of the clips you're talking about, and I think he was talking about like SDI one time. Like he didn't know you could SDI Bayonetta. And I think this
Yeah,
was,
just like
What?
I know.
stuff like that.
he just like random ass stuff that like you would think.
Is bro a top player?
Yes,
Right,
this
that's
is
what I'm
this is
saying.
the question that we're asking. Is bro a top
He's-
player?
So, and this is not a good time for me to say this, but like now that he's doing really well, like he's
Yeah.
gotten like he's got like he was kind of washed before, like not washed, but he wasn't getting great placements before those 2 events recently. But now he's been doing a lot better, obviously, like winning and coming second. That's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. But like I don't know, man. He's a funny guy. He's just I don't know. He's a fraud. I swear, this guy's a fraud.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I guess I'll go next.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go.
'Cause
You go.
I have a hot.
I want to pick Meister, but I'm just gonna pick better Meister Mia.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Bro, okay.
right.
I'm sorry. This guy, I've never seen somebody so good adapt less in my entire life. He's like I get like I'm not gonna be like Mia's not a top 10 player, okay? I'm not gonna be like that. But like I can't believe this guy is top 2. I'm gonna be real. Okay.
Yeah.
He just plays Game and Watch and does the same game plan over
Yeah.
and over
He plays
and over
Steve,
again.
too.
Yeah, he plays Steve too, but that doesn't come out very often. And like
Mm.
it's just like sometimes I'm just like, is he even like adapting? Like
Yeah.
and-
What's
and
happening here?
he never switches off either. Like he has other characters
Yeah.
and he doesn't try them. And it's just he's so strange to watch cuz like at one point like I won't when he's on I'm like wow this guy's fucking amazing. Like I know it's like up air but like
Nair,
you
nair,
know
nair.
like he is he's really the guy like but like sometimes he'll just go to a tournament and then he'll just like he'll make a mistake and he'll make the mistake again, he'll make a mistake again, and then he'll get 9th or something. Or he'll get 22nd. And I'm like, how is this happening? Like, you're playing Game and Watch. Like, I feel like he's one of those characters, he allows you to just play your game. Like, you gotta play his game. You gotta play Game and Watch his game.
Yeah.
And like he can just I don't know, I feel like he can like he's not it's not the same level as Sonic or Steve, but I just feel like he does have an answer. He always has an answer to everything, and you don't even need to switch off. But he has these other characters he's been cooking up. He doesn't ever plays them when he needs to, and I'm fine with that. But like at the same time, if you're gonna get like 15th, like
Yeah.
anyway, he obviously a phenomenal player, but it's just like it's crazy how much variance there is in his gameplay.
How little you mean?
No, like or sorry, not his gameplay, his placements. How much variance there is in his placements. Like he'll like get first, not drop game, and then he'll like play like shit like at another tournament and like he'll get like, whatever, like he'll get like top like 16 or something when he was seeded to
Yeah.
get first, and
Mhm.
he will have lost to this opponent where he kept air dodging in the wrong spot or something.
Mhm.
That makes
So-
sense. I would like to apologize before giving my answers, because this is definitely one of the more controversial takes. I think Riddles is a little overrated. Just
Oh no,
not-
bro.
not
I love Riddles.
I love him, man. He's amazing at Kazuya, at Terry, but sometimes I'll just watch his sets or like even him at coin boxes or stuff like that. Like he's good. It's just sometimes it just feels like that light situation where he just doesn't know. Does he know kind of moment? It's just like
Does he know?
or like he'll lose to like some random min in like bracket, and he just has those kind of like flaws of a like non-matchup understanding. Like he has potential to be, top 15 players in the world. He's definitely the
Mm.
best North American player in the world. Well,
North
not
American.
Well, best Canada,
Canadian.
Canadian player.
SPARG0.
Canadian. Sorry.
Sorry.
He's definitely the best.
I think the real fraud here is
Yeah.
Rocky.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm actually yeah. He's definitely one of the best Canadian player in Canada.
Yeah.
It's just like sometimes like some of his losses just like hit harder than his wins.
Bro's a
if that
Street
makes
Fighter
sense.
player.
He's a Street Fighter player, and
Yeah.
I listen, hats off to him. He's really good at this game. He's better than me. But
Better than Rocky.
better
Better
than
than
me.
you guys. You heard it
Yeah,
here.
you're here to hear. It wasn't obvious. But like sometimes it's just like even watching his breakdowns, he'll be like, "Why did I do that? Why, why did?" And it kind of just like, eh. He's 29th at the moment. He had some good wins, some notable placements, putting up in top. I'd say he's top 20, but but he's definitely not near the top 10 yet.
Yeah.
But I feel
I
like
think there was a period
anytime
of time where he was in top 10,
Yeah,
right?
there was a time.
When he won, what was it?
CEO.
No, he won battle. Oh yeah, he won CEO. You're right, CEO. Um, yeah. And wait, did Big D won Battle of BC? Did he win Battle of BC?
I'm not sure.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember.
It's just
You can see it
Wait,
here
let
on
me
the
see.
major.
Yeah, wait, let me look.
and
Battle
Or
of
maybe,
looking
or
at
did he get
BC.
second? I can't remember. He did well. Anyway, I'm just
SPARG0
thinking about
got
Canadian
third.
players.
and just looking at the at the lists, like there's a lot of players that just went like I don't know. I feel
The
like
meta's changing. Like that's just.
I feel like he's sort of he doesn't have as many wins under his name as like people make it out to believe. Like I remember when like people were talking about Riddles, like I looked him up, I was like, damn, dude, I've heard his name before. I looked at some of the tournaments, and then I watched him go like 13th, and I was like, okay,
Did you watch him lose to Who's Nick?
yes, I watched him lose to Who's Nick, and it was like
Uh,
and it's just like I listen, respect for like I said, these aren't meant to trash on top players. This is just
Yeah,
to
of
like
course.
kind of just see like what buzzwords come into like lower players levels ears. Like Riddles is a big buzzword, Spargo's a big buzzword, MK Leo biggest buzzword there is in the Smash scene. And just hearing these names and kind of associating games with face, I think Riddles has the lowest amount of wins to the amount I've heard of him kind of thing. But he's
Yeah.
best player in Canada. No
Yeah.
doubt about it. And I want to see Canada succeed. I want him, not next PR, but the one after that, to be top 10. He can do it. He's been grinding, man. He's been grinding. And I think he's going to be higher this PR. And then I think he'll be higher next PR as well. until he reaches top 10. But right now,
You had a lot of nice things to say about your number one most overrated top.
Yeah.
I know. I don't want to hurt people's feelings, man. I don't want people to be like, "Oh, Riddles, he's my number one favorite." Why did he say that? Like, I just think,
Why?
like I said, face the name. Like, dude, I've heard of Ken. Ken, looking at his games and looking at that. Boom, Torigiri, the fucking banjo player that beat MKLeo. Like,
Origuri?
yeah,
Or yeah.
yeah, like
Toriguri?
the
Or,
people
you
above
say it.
him,
I
I
think that's how
feel
I say
like the people above him and some of the people below him, I feel like they've done, and they've will do, and Riddles is still, you know, he's Riddles.
I
He'll
mean, okay, yeah, he's been playing a lot of fighting games, so it makes sense that his Smash Ultimate rankings have dropped, right? It makes sense.
but
I think he's still got it though.
yeah, dude, he's beaten MKLeo's Roy, he's beaten Cola, he's beaten Mars, he's beaten Syrup, he's beaten Beast Mode Paul, he's beaten a lot of people out of the, top 30. So
Yeah.
he's climbing the ranks to number 20. So he's climbing. I just don't think I remember talking to some people about it, and they were saying that he's like top 15 best players, and I was like, eh.
I love how a player will win one tournament and people are like top 10.
Yeah. Yes, I
Yeah.
know. I hate that. I hate that about the Smash
It's so
community.
funny though. It's so funny though.
It is.
Like
Oh my god, I can't believe Carmelo won. What did he win? He won.
I don't remember. But
the
I know what you're talking about.
Japan Stitch won the whatever. Fuck it, whatever. He won one, and
Patchwork?
everybody was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that this is going to be our next top 20 player," and he ranked 30th. And it's just like, some people.
Well, people,
Yeah.
it's easy to forget how many good players there are.
Yes, I know. It's
Yeah.
and a lot of them aren't NA. There's a lot of Japanese top players. There's
Yeah.
A
actually-
lot of Japanese.
Well, it's like
more.
I know all the Japanese players that travel, but like the ones that don't, I know of them, right? And like I've seen a few of their games, but like I wouldn't be able to tell you like, super in depth about most of them. And like that's kind of how it is, I'm sure that's the same for a lot of semi-casual Japanese tourney goers. They don't fucking know that much about Light or Meister. I mean, I guess Meister actually did go there recently, but Mute Ace or something. They just know of him, right? So
Yes.
it goes both ways.
I would also like to apologize for Gluttony. I said he was 23rd, but he's actually ranked number 22nd in this in the PR that we're looking at. I know. Shame on me. Everybody
Wow.
hates Rocky.
Wow.
One
Shame this guy.
placement. Ban me. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's my answer. And I think we gave some pretty good answers. There's definitely Mia, which was definitely like I understand it. He's made a lot of errors in his gameplay. Like I remember he was fighting Tama P, and he kept scare dodging, and people in stream and people like everybody's like, stop air dodging, you're dying for it, and like he kept doing it again and again, and then but he ended up winning because Game and Watch.
It's so funny to watch like Mia like get bodied, and then like he just gets his advantage state and you die. It's so like oh, this is how he's a top 2 player in the world.
Yeah.
He'll just make mistakes nonstop, get bodied, and then Game and Watch down throw nair, up air, read your air dodge, up air, read your air dodge, back air, you're on ledge, chef, back air, you're dead, right? And then like it's just like holy shit, like
yeah, it's something out of a book. He can read people just like that. But
he's won so many tournaments too, he's won he's literally won like almost 10.
He's won more tournaments
majors
than SPARG0, I think.
Yeah, so like here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He played hero at this one. It's so weird. 10, 11, 12, 13.
Those aren't all majors.
14. uh 15. Are these like these are just big tournaments?
Which list are you
Majors.
looking
These
at?
are majors. These
Oh,
are
are you
majors.
looking at... Wait, but what's the timeline?
This year, do you want me to tell you? 2024.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering, like, when were all those tournaments you just listed off? How recent were they?
I read up until the beginning of or the ending of 2023.
Yeah, so that like not all of those are this season, right?
Yeah.
No, but he's won like okay this season like okay let's see like he won Delta number 9, he won Cirque de CFL number 4, he won Umabura SP11, he won Maisuma 24, he's won Kowloon 12 with Kaguribi. Like there's a lot here, like there's more even down the fact that he's probably like next to MK Leo for the most major wins. In fact, he might be higher at this point.
Then Leo?
No, actually,
No.
no,
No.
definitely not. I'm just looking down like here at like
No,
MK Leo.
have
Yeah,
you seen Leo's list?
Yeah.
he's won. Leo's won like 20.
Yeah.
This is
No.
not.
You know, there's a lot of high like top players who just watch like anime and manga. Like out of the top 10, like I think 7 of them do. I think I'm gonna get back on that manga and anime grind.
Yeah,
This is-
yeah.
it-
I
it
think
might
that's
help
what's.
in
I think that's
Smash.
what's.
I need to read
I'm
more
gonna
manga.
watch my sister can't be this cute. That's
Hmm.
and
My
Okay, I
my
think
little
that's a
lunch.
good note to end the podcast.
My little
on.
lunchly can't be this. Can't be this. What is it? Drippy or something.
yeah,
I
my,
can't-
my lunchly can't be this drippy.
My little
Can we
lunchly.
not talk about KSI right now?
Okay.
Please.
Well,
I was infected.
all right. Well, we
Please.
hit our 2-hour mark, so I